friends, welcome back to my channel. The lighting in this clip is going to be very questionable, but we're here and we're gonna go with it. So I wanted to start a vlog. This might be a week, it might be several weeks, I don't know, I haven't decided, but I want to get back into reading. I want to focus on reading. I have been putting a ton of energy into other hobbies, other types of content. I've been reading for other videos, but I am desperate to read my TBR. In my last vlog, I made a TBR for August, and I have not read a single book on that TBR that wasn't for a video, and I'm desperate to, I don't know, pick up one of the romances, one of the fantasies, one of the books that I have on my TBR that isn't for a video and like already pre-picked out for me. So I am desperate to do that, but also I'm desperate to watch some romance animes. I am back on my anime grind. I go through this thing. I do this with pretty much everything, TV shows, movies, everything, where except reading usually, where I will like prioritize certain hobbies for like weeks or months, and then I won't do it again for months. And so I particularly do that with anime, where I'll like hardcore watch anime and then I'll stop. And I'm just in that mood, especially like I just want a good romance. I'm just in such a romance mood right now, like books, TV, everything. I just want it bad. All of it. So I have found a bunch of anime on Crunchyroll that are like romance that I'm excited for. I'm currently watching several things that I need to get through before I move on to anything new. So for today and probably until I finish it, I am watching The Apothecary Diaries, which is about a girl who becomes the taste tester for the emperor's concubine, and she has like a ton of knowledge with poisons and stuff, and so she ends up helping the kingdom. And like we are 7 or 8 episodes in, maybe 5 or 6 episodes, I don't know for sure, but we're just starting to get a romance. Like there's this guy that has liked her, but he is like a known flirt, and she's kind of like put off by him. But there was this scene where he was like being sincere, and she was talking about her past and stuff, and he was like genuinely showing her empathy, and it was a very sweet moment, and she was like, whoa, like there's a real guy underneath. So I'm excited for that. We'll see how that goes. I'm just craving a romance, but I also need to watch Yona of the Dawn. I need to finish Fruits Basket, and I'm also watching Hell's Paradise. That's not a romance, so I'm not like prioritizing it as much, but I do want to finish it. I was also watching Windbreaker, but it's a little bit too weird. Like the dialogue is just a little bit too weird, a little bit too corny for me. It's like about fighting, and it's very bro-y, but like in a funny way. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just in such a romance mood. So I think I'm gonna pick up a book today. Also going to watch more anime, but I think for now I'm gonna watch more anime. I'm gonna get further into Apothecary Diaries, and we're gonna like do a full talk about how I'm feeling about it. I'm liking it a lot. It's really gorgeous. The animation is great. I have read a little bit of the manga. I think I've only read like 1 or 2 volumes, but yeah, I'm really liking the anime, and like as the romance and stuff picks up, like I'm gonna start enjoying it more. Romance is just always my favorite plot in any story, so I am liking it. Man, I managed to do all of this before my camera died. Yay. So I'm probably gonna get back to doing that, and then we'll talk again when I'm reading or doing something fun. I'm just gonna do cozy vibes. That's what this video is about, being cozy, and I'm ready to break out my Halloween decorations. I'm ready to get into the fall season. It's still extremely hot here. I still have to run 2 fans at all times, and I'm very, very tired of it, but I'm ready. Like, mentally, we're at fall. Mentally, I'm living in October, so that's kind of what that's what we're striving for. So I'm gonna get back to watching my anime, and we will talk later. I hope you guys enjoy the vlog whenever you decide to watch this. If you're watching this in October, I'm jealous of you.
We have to use whatever we have in this life. But you could have easily refused to eat. The fact you ate the porridge tells me you
in your hair. I don't think anyone noticed your true status. It's a cure of... This is of great importance, you know.
You're palace now! What did you just say? No, it makes a bunch for the hawthorn. You too, Dad. I'm off. Eat over. How sad you're dead. I still have to cuddle with you now. I know my own fragile. Pretty masculine, aren't I? I feel like you're giving that impression on purpose.
Good morning, friends. This lighting is not great, so I apologize, but it is Friday. It's been quite a many days since I talked to you, but I just had such high anxiety for several days, like 3 days. My anxiety was just through the roof, and I did nothing. I watched a ton of anime, but I didn't really do much else. And then afterwards, I was exhausted. So today is the first day of the week that I feel like myself. I feel okay. I feel ready to talk. So I thought I would update you guys. I ended up finishing the entire first season of Apothecary Diaries. I do believe it is I think it's the only season out. Like, it came out at the beginning of this year. I really liked this. The season got better as the season went on. I grew to really, really like the main character and the love interest. This follows Mao Mao, who is raised by courtesans, and she ends up getting sold off and becomes the taste tester to the emperor's concubine, and she has an affinity for potions and poisons, and so she becomes an asset to the kingdom, and she works with Jinshi, and he is in love with her, enamored with her, obsessed with her. She's not like too into him because she sees the like pretty exterior and like face he puts on, but there have been moments this season where she got to see the real him, and we found out some secrets about him, and I'm excited to see how their story progresses into the next season, and I liked it a ton. And then I've also been catching up on all of the webtoons that I have not been reading, specifically My Mafia Nanny. I started reading this, I think, the beginning of this year, and this is basically about a woman who was orphaned young, and she gets taken in by an organization that raises women to be nannies for like high-powered families. She gets employed by Hiro, who is part of a mafia family that was responsible, she thinks, for her family's death. And so she becomes the nanny for his son. His wife recently disappeared, and there's some unrest in his mafia family situation. I really, really like this. This is a great webtoon. It's like a romance-y mystery situation. It's really good. The art is fantastic, and I just like, I eat it up. Ready for the characters to like have a singular moment together, but we're I think I'm 32 episodes in, and we have seen 1 or 2 scenes, but I'm feeling it. I'm ready to get there. But I think I have a couple more, and then I'm caught up. And then I also have another one that I'm reading that's like an arranged marriage, historical romance situation. So I also have been reading Legends and Lattes by Travis Boltrey. This is incredibly popular. I don't think I need to go too in-depth into what it's about, but it's basically about Viv, who was a previous bounty hunter, if you will, and she decides to settle down in a small town and open a coffee shop in a place that's never even heard of coffee before, and she has a romantic relationship with Tandri, who is a succubus. She's an orc, and they have a chef, baker named Thimble, who is a rat. 199 pages in. I only have about 50-ish more pages. I'm liking this. I definitely see the appeal to this. It's very sweet and slow and cozy, as it's kind of advertised to be. The descriptions of the town and the food and the coffee and just like the cozy energy and the healing energy is so good, and I love the way that all of the conflicts are handled and the budding romance. I think it's really, really good. I am not in love with it, and I think that's just like the feelings of cozy stories, whereas with really emotional stories, I am very invested in the characters, like very intense, angsty romances with deep emotional plot lines. I become very invested, and that's just not this sort of story. And I imagine as I read more cozy fantasy that I will learn to appreciate the things in the genre. That's not to say that I'm not appreciating this, because I am. Like, I'm fully here, and I'm fully in the cozy space, because that's just kind of what I'm feeling. I incidentally got a cozy book from that Illumicrate box that I unboxed on camera. And I'm very excited to read that this week, because this is just the kind of mood that I'm in. But this isn't like blowing my mind. Yeah, I'm liking it a ton, and it makes me want to like read other cozy fantasies and listen to Lord of the Ring. I'm going to finish this out and then go on to that other book that I was talking about. But I'm just enjoying myself. I set up my reading journal because I was using my Hobonichi as a reading journal, and it just wasn't working for me. I didn't like the way that it looked. I didn't like it. So when this came in the Illumicrate box, I was all for it, and I really, really like it. So I set that up, and that was nice, and I've just been enjoying myself, and that's kind of going to be the theme for the rest of the weekend as well, is just like enjoying myself. I do need to get to work, but once I'm back from work, we're gonna cozy up and enjoy reading some fantasy, some low stakes fantasy, and have a good weekend. So we'll talk later. Hi friends, I am back from work, and I did a little workout. I was having another really high anxiety day, and rather than doing my other modes of relieving anxiety, I decided to do like a bar class online, and it kicked my butt, and it was sweaty and hot, and it was exactly what I needed, and it was fantastic. So that helped a ton, and I'm very glad that I did it. And I also ended up finishing Legends and Lattes maybe like 10-15 minutes ago. I liked this. I would give it like a 3-star if I had to rate it, which I'm thinking of not rating books anymore. For various reasons. I feel like it'll make my reviews more coherent. Like when I tell you guys why I do or don't like something, if I don't have a rating for it, I feel like it'll make it so that I have to explain myself better. But altogether, I don't know. I don't like the rating system. But anyways, so I finished this. I liked it. I thought it was sweet. It was cute. All of the things that I mentioned in my last clip were still true. And yeah, I mean, I would read more from this author. I know there's like a prequel. I don't necessarily know if it's like cozy. I think it's like campaigns and stuff of Vivs, the main character. So I don't know if that's like quite what I'm looking for from this author, but I liked it. It was good. So now I think for the rest of the day, I am going to watch Fruits Basket. I started Fruits Basket a while ago. They took it off of the platform that I was watching it on. Now it's back. I have watched like half of the first season of Fruits Basket, so I'll probably wait to talk to you guys about this and like my opinions and stuff. But obviously, like, it's well loved. It's a romance, I think, and people love it a lot. And then after Yona and Fruits Basket, I think I'm gonna watch Sign of Affection, because that's another romance that people love, and I didn't realize it was made into an anime. I thought it was just a manga. I've only ever seen the manga. I read the first volume of the manga, but we'll see how the anime is. So I think that's my plan for the rest of the night, and then tomorrow we'll get into some other books. I'm thinking that Phoenix Keeper, Zoologist, Zookeeper, fantasy that I unboxed. We'll see. But that's it for today. I'm gonna jump into some anime and we'll talk tomorrow.
Usually the days start to cool off in mid-September. It looks like we're in for another hot. We still have plenty of time.
Tried to curl my hair using this thing that I've had for years and never used, and I don't think it went well. Like, these are my kind of natural curls. I'm wondering if I can do it when it's like newly clean, maybe? I don't know, it just doesn't, maybe the pieces were too big. I don't know, it was my first time. I watched a YouTube video, whatever. Happy Saturday, friends. It is noon, and I have been spending the morning and yesterday night reading The Phoenix Keeper, 66 pages in, and I'm liking this a ton. I can see this being a new favorite just because it's like my dream in life to run a sanctuary. This is a zoo, but we're following Alaya, works in the aviary section of this zoo that houses magical creatures. It seems like it's very normal and common to have magical creatures. There hasn't been a ton of discussion about people having magic, but we have like phoenixes and stuff like that. So magical creatures like are common here. She works in the aviary, and her lifelong dream has been to work with phoenixes, this specific type of phoenix, and she's like in the conservation effort of this phoenix breed, and her dream is to have her location be a breeding site for this phoenix. These phoenixes are going extinct, and in the beginning of the book, there's another zoo had successfully bred this type of phoenix, and unfortunately poachers broke into the zoo and got access and stole the babies and the mom. And so obviously she was banking on those babies being mates for her phoenix at her zoo. And so she's distraught about this. And I don't quite know what the entire plot of this is. I didn't read the synopsis of it, but I'm really, really enjoying it. I know it's a cozy fantasy, so I don't know how intense the stakes are for it, but yeah, I'm really liking it. I think there's gonna be like a sapphic romance to this. It seems like it's like an enemies to lovers, but there's also a guy that is the dragon keeper that she could also have a romance with. Who knows? But I'm really enjoying the main character. I think she's like just like me for real. She is very socially awkward and obsessed with animals and very to herself, and I love it. So really, really, really enjoying it. We haven't done a ton. We've kind of just like gone through her routine for the day and seen obviously the news of this poaching, but feel passionate about all of the conversations that are happening in this book, despite conversations around extinction and mistreatment of animals being very sad to read about, no matter how in-depth or what sort of animals, or even if these animals are real. It's very sad to read. I'm liking the story, and I'm excited to see some W's for these animals. So I'm really, really enjoying it. I think I'm going to spend the rest of the day reading it once I have edited this video. So with that being said, I'm going to wrap the vlog up here. I'm very excited to do more vlogging. I haven't really been doing a ton because I've been focused on other content, but I'm ready to get back into it. That's another benefit to reading stories that I really love and really connect with, because it just inspires me in so many ways. Obviously, I'm not a caretaker of animals yet. I don't run a zoo. I don't have a sanctuary. I don't do any of that, but it inspires me in my own creative ways. So I'm excited to vlog some more, and I really hope you guys are looking forward to them. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I would love if you guys subscribed. If you're looking for more content like this, I will be having more vlogs coming in the future, and also some other things coming in the future. All of my social medias are linked down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next one.